Hi everyone, it's Miss Vasquez for Text Study, and I'm so excited that you are here to read with me on our last day for our text study videos. Now today, we are going to be reading Frog and Toad Together, or a story from Frog and Toad Together called The Garden, and it's written by Arnold Lobel. Now, when I was your age, Frog and Toad used to be some of my favorite adventure stories. Let's get started. The garden. Frog was in his garden. Toad came walking by. "What a fine garden you have, Frog," he said. "Yes," said Frog. "It is very nice, but it was hard work." "I wish I had a garden," said Toad. "Here are some flower seeds. Plant them in the ground," said Frog. So here we see an illustration of Frog and Toad. "And soon you will have a garden." "How soon?" asked Toad. "Quite soon," said Frog. Toad ran home. He planted the flower seeds. "Now seeds," said Toad, "start growing." Toad walked up and down a few times, and the seeds did not start to grow. So it sounds like he's commanding them. Toad put his head close to the ground and said loudly, "Now seeds, start growing." Toad looked at the ground again, and the seeds did not start to grow. Kind of reminds me of our last book that we were reading, The Carrot Seed. Everyone says it's not going to grow, but the little boy just stands over it the whole time and says, "I know it's going to grow." See what's going to happen. Toad put his head very close to the ground and shouted, "Now seeds, start growing." Frog came running up the path. "What is all that noise?" he asked. "My seeds will not grow," said Toad. "You are shouting too much," said Frog. "These poor seeds are afraid to grow." "My seeds are afraid to grow?" asked Toad. "Of course," said Frog. "Leave them alone for a few days. Let the sun shine on them. Soon your seeds will start to grow." That night, Toad looked out his window. "Drat," said Toad. "My seeds have not started to grow. They must be afraid of the dark." Toad went out to his garden with some candles. "I will read the seeds a story," said Toad. "Then they will not be afraid." Toad read a long story to his seeds. And so here's Toad out in the garden. It's nighttime. We see some candles behind him. He's reading a story. All the next day, Toad sang songs to his seeds. The next day, Toad read poems to his seeds. And the next day, he played music for his seeds. Toad looked at the ground. The seeds still did not grow. "What shall I do?" cried Toad. "These must be the most frightened seeds in the whole world." Then Toad felt very tired and he fell asleep. So when he said frightened, he meant that the seeds must have been really scared. Do you think that his seeds are going to grow? Give me a thumbs up or a thumbs down. Let's keep reading. "Toad, Toad, wake up," said Frog. "Look at your garden." Toad looked at his garden. Little green plants were coming up from the ground. Here we go. See the little green plants. "At last," shouted Toad. "My seeds have stopped being afraid to grow. And now you will have a nice garden too," said Frog. "Yes," said Toad. "But you were right, Frog. It was very hard work." Now, we just finished reading The Garden, a Frog and Toad adventure. Now, I want you to think about what happened first, what happened next, and then what happened last. So, think in your brain, and then get ready to tell me. Now, if I look back at the story, I know that the first thing that happened was Toad got some seeds from Frog. he got some seeds and he planted them. That happened at the beginning. Now, what happened in the middle? Yeah, he waited around for seeds to grow. Or, he didn't exactly wait. He sang to the seeds, he played music to the seeds, he shouted at the seeds, he lit candles for the seeds. He did so many things to get his seeds to grow. And what happened at the end? Did they grow? If you just said that the seeds grew, you are absolutely right. Now, we talk about what happened first, next, and last. You can do the same thing when you're reading books at home.